Hi, everyone. I know I'm back. You guys are like, I'm sick of seeing this girl. So we're continuing our journey through the millennial generation. But this time we're going to talk about membership programs. So how many of you guys, first of all, I'm just a little curious, how many of you guys have a membership in your practice right now? Love it. How many of you guys, it's a goal for 2024, or it's something you're thinking of doing? A lot of you guys. Awesome. Okay. In 15 minutes, I'm going to try at the highest level possible, break this down for you, but I have a QR code at the end that you guys can scan. I can send you a 90-minute course on it that breaks it down into, let's call it more granular detail. So, membership programs. So let's start off with what are the benefits of implementing a membership and loyalty program. There's a lot. I'm just going to go through them. Retention, per patient spend, top line revenue, millennial adoption, which we all know and hopefully love the millennial generation now that we've gone through a couple segments about it. Loyalty, referrals, reviews, monthly recurring revenue, annual recurring revenue, practice valuation as well. You know, I think we should all, a concept I think all of us should always think about is begin with the end in mind. So when we eventually want to exit our business and get paid, let's call it, memberships have a ton of value. Buyers love seeing practices with membership programs. Increase retail sales. There's so many different things. I could probably put 3 slides about that. So let's talk a little bit about the correlation between retention and practice revenue. A business with a 60% customer retention rate, and memberships are one of the biggest drivers of that if done the right way, is losing 3 to 4 times as many customers as a business with 80% retention rates. Increasing customer retention by just 5%, 5%, can boost profits by 25 to 95%. And retention is more effective than acquisition. Marketing is a must. You have to do it. If anyone is afraid to market your business, you should not be in this industry. You have to market your practice. That has to be a priority. That's its own budget in its own. But we cannot neglect or not prioritize the retention part of our business, right? So we spend all this money to get leads, to get patients. Now we actually have to retain them in our practice. And that's actually a cheaper thing to do or a lower cost thing to do than acquiring them. So a couple different types of programs you can develop. Since this is a 15-minute talk, I'm probably just going to talk about banking and monthly fee, but banking, huge fan of banking. We'll go through this in a moment. Monthly fee, service specific, which is great if you have body sculpting and things like that that require maintenance. And maybe you inject HRT, IV therapy, nutraceuticals, whatever it is, wellness. And then you could also do loyalty, rewards, and point-based. I'm a bigger fan of the contractual commitments, which would be banking or monthly fee, but these are 4 different types of programs you can absolutely create. Okay, so banking. This is an example on the slide if anyone wants to take a photo, and I'm not going to read these bullets. So basically what a banking model is there is a contract. There should be at least a minimum 3-month commitment. I prefer 6, but you can start at 3. Some clients I work with do 12. So there needs to be a contractual commitment. I'm going to sign this, and my credit card is going to get charged XYZ every single month. Let's call it $150 a month, which is this example of a client I've worked with over the years. $150 a month. That fee is actually banked back into the patient's account to be used towards any treatment that is a part of their VIP program, let's call it. Because I don't like the term, to be honest. I think, and the pushback I hear often is, I don't like the term membership because I think it devalues med spa services, and I see people shaking their head, and I totally get that because everything is a membership now. So we don't have to call it a membership. We can call it a VIP program, an elite club, something like that that makes it seem very sophisticated, that matches the type of industry that we are in. We're in a sophisticated industry. I think we would all agree with that. So it doesn't necessarily need to be called a membership. It can be called something else. But a banking membership is, let's say it's $150 a month. They sign a contract every single month. You can charge my credit card for $150 a month. However, that $150 a month can be used towards any treatment in the VIP club, VIP program, whatever it is. I think it's very great to have visuals, right? This is our retail pricing. This is our VIP pricing. And this can be used as a tool to create buy-in for long-term treatment plans, right? How many of you guys create treatment plans in your practice? That's a part of your consultation process. Most of us, probably it's aesthetics, right? It's a commitment. Skin journey, skin health, everything is a commitment, right? Using memberships as actually all of the treatments and products we're recommending to you over the next 6 months, 12 months. If you actually join our VIP program, which 90% of our patients are a part of, you actually will receive VIP pricing on all the treatments that we're recommending to you as well. So now there's a buy-in for long-term treatment plans additionally. So banking is great, but long story short, it's a fee, but that fee is banked back into the account. They can use towards treatments a part of your VIP banking program. And of course you need a software system that can manage it. I forget who I was talking to. Someone said they were like manually doing cards every single month. Oh my goodness, that gives me nausea thinking about how much work that is. Find a software system that can do it for you, make life very, very easy. So get a system, manage your memberships, manage your recurring revenue, credit cards, things like that. Definitely don't do it manually because that takes up so much time. I think I was talking to 1 or 2 people about that today. So banking is probably my favorite because I think it's a lot, it's a bit of a more simpler program to put together than a multi-tiered membership, which I also love. But I think from a simplicity standpoint, these are very, very effective. And you can also offer other cool things, such as, let's say you bring on a new device, Sinclair device, right? We bring on a V20, whatever it is. Let's do VIP pricing, entry-level pricing for our VIP members only on a new device we bring in. Other patients can't get it. If you're not part of our program, you can't get it. Because when it comes to before and after photos, all these things tie together. When you buy a new piece of equipment, you need before and after photos of your patients, of that device, right? You want to get those out there ASAP. And so a great way to do that is your VIP patient database, right? You guys get entry-level pricing on this new incredible V20 device that we just got in our practice, but only you guys get it. So it's almost like creating FOMO for the patients as well. And in a way, on the FOMO standpoint, you want them to feel left out, right? But you don't want them to feel like they're not as important, but you want them to feel left out, that they're not part of the program. Monthly fee, so same concept. However, typically 1 to 3 tiers. However, that fee every single month is an actual fee. So it's not banked back to be used towards something. However, they still receive, because I do not like the term discount. So this is just my advice to you guys. Don't use the term discount ever. Don't use the term free ever. Don't put it in your messaging. Don't use it verbally. Just don't. I think it minimizes perceived value in this industry, absolutely. We can use other words such as complimentary, VIP, whatever it is. I just do not like those terms. So if you have discount or free in anything, remove it. Don't use it. That's my opinion on that. But monthly fee, so you have a fee, same thing. You sign a contract, 3-month commitment, 6-month commitment, whatever it is, and you unlock VIP pricing, because we don't want to call it discount, on tox, fill. I mean, these are your staples, right? Your tox, your filler, retail skincare should be included in all of this. Skincare is another huge revenue opportunity, believe it or not, that most practices fall short on. Actually, out of curiosity, how many of you guys know what percentage of your gross revenue comes from your skincare? Nobody? Okay. If you guys are a full non-surgical practice, cash pay medicine, it should be 15 to 20% of gross revenue if you're at top tier. And most practices I do analysis with financials, it's like less than 5%. It's a huge revenue opportunity, absolutely, and that's a whole nother topic. But with the monthly fee, it's good to have different tiers. So perhaps you have patients that are in different income brackets, age brackets, things like that. You can get creative with it. I think it just takes a little bit more time and strategy and effort versus simple banking model, but they're also highly effective as well. And actually, before I go through this, I would also advise, how many of you guys are looking to increase like your male clientele? Probably a lot of us. It's an under-tapped market. Regardless of the membership program you create, replicate the same program, and if you need to change or tweak a few things, do that, but brand it differently for men. And use it as a part of your consultation process for men. Because men like seeing things that are tailored more towards them, especially when we start going into that aesthetic world. Wellness is a great gateway for getting men in, but I think if you're going to do a membership program, even if it's the same exact thing, just have a separate branded piece that's branded a little bit differently, so when you're talking to men, you have that instead of the other one. So that's just a little piece of advice for you guys. So there was a blind case study done, and this is all, like, this could easily be an hour course, but there was a blind case study done a couple of years ago. It was a derm practice. They had the men's derm side, the aesthetic side. After 12 months, they did a case study. It was 250 patients who were in the membership program on the aesthetic side and 250 that were not. At the end of 12 months, the results were that the patients that were in the membership program spent 3 times the amount of money. Who wants 3x money? Okay, who wants 3x money? Okay, half of you guys don't, so you're crazy. We all want 3x money, absolutely, right? Memberships are such a powerful tool. They just need to be implemented the correct way. Additionally, so this is my favorite case study. So I did this with a dear friend of mine, longtime client. We implemented a membership program in her practice in April of 2021. So this is 2022 data. And before that, she had been open a couple of years, single location, 2 injectors, a couple of MAs, SDs, things like that, but 1 location, okay? Been open maybe 2-3 years. So from April to January of 2022, she was able to get 368 of her patients enrolled. And there is a rollover in this. I suggest everyone has a rollover. If you don't use treatments and things like that, it can roll over. 56K, okay, good number, 56K, monthly recurring revenue. Move forward through the year. I kid you not, this is real data from her financial report. She runs everything through our system. By December of 2022, she had 735 patients enrolled. That doesn't mean she's treating 735 patients every month. That's just how many patients are enrolled in the membership program. She was bringing in $110,000 in just monthly recurring revenue off of memberships. Not procedure revenue, not treatment revenue, membership fee revenue. Long story short, she did almost $1.1 million in 2022 just off membership revenue. Who wants to make an extra $1.1 million? Everybody, if not, we're freaking crazy, right? We would love that. Memberships are such while they are gaining popularity, I think sometimes there's some negative stigmas about them. If they are done the right way, they're marketed the right way, they're sold as a part of creating buy-in for comprehensive treatment plans, creating perceived value, all of these things, they can result in literally that. She grew her med spa, single location, by over 20% that 1 year just from her membership program. So tips for achieving success, keep your financial components in mind, absolutely. Like it can't be something that over the weekend we're like, okay, we're gonna throw together and start implementing it. We need to know our cost of goods, our financials, everything like that. We don't want anything to result in a loss for our business. There needs to be a contract. I would not do month to month unless you have been doing a membership program for months and months and months and you've had very low churn, right? Month to month, I would not do. So 3-month commitment, 6-month commitment, 30-day cancellation policy, or they can freeze their account. Or if it's banking, they don't even need to freeze their account, right? If they go to Europe for 6 months, that money will still come to you and they can just come back and use it towards treatment. You need the right software, absolutely. Like we should not be manually typing in credit cards. That is a huge waste of our time. That is so valuable. Our time is all money, right? So get the right software system that can manage it for you. I advise it being integrated into whatever practice management you're using so that everything is in one system. You can pull financial reports, you can track the success, everything like that. Because there are systems out there, but they're siloed. I like having everything in one hub. Efficiency increases profitability, absolutely. Card on file, you need card on file, right? Shouldn't be typing in credit cards. Promote, market it, right? Staff training, talk tracks. On this topic, your staff, I think it's great if you have a staff of people and you're going to implement a membership program, maybe you make it a team exercise and ask your staff, is this something you would buy into? If you wouldn't buy into it yourself or you're not sold on it yourself, you're probably not going to do a very good job at selling it, right? You will only sell to the degree that you are sold yourself. If you believe it, if you believe this membership program is amazing and every single patient should be a part of it and that it would be a disservice if these patients were not a part of this VIP program, maybe they shouldn't be working at practice. Right? It kind of goes down to culture too, but that's a whole nother topic for another day. But just some things to keep in mind. There needs to be training of course. So as a recap, memberships and loyalty drive retention and lifetime value. And of course, that drives recurring revenue. Who wants recurring revenue streams in their practice? Okay, 5 people? No, we all freaking want recurring revenue streams in our practice, absolutely. 20 seconds left. I was going to talk about reviews, but there is no time for that. So we will do that another day. But, okay, so on the reviews talk. Long story short, we'll skip through this, sorry. On the reviews topic though, everyone needs to have a review strategy. Why? At the end of the day, in the marketing world, everything speaks. Every interaction, every conversation, every phone call, everything that you have with a potential patient, consumer, doesn't matter what it is. None of us can get time back. That is an impression that you can never, ever get back at the end of the day. So what type of practice do you want to be? What do you need to do? When would be a good time to start? I would say today, and I'm going to do something so corny I do all the time, but it's day 2. And we're winding down as a Sinclair Beauty Boss. So who would think today would be a great time to just improve your practice overall? Yes. Okay, on the count of 3, we're going to say amen. Okay, 1, 2, 3. A freaking man, yes. So you can scan. I'll give you guys the PowerPoint or a longer course. But thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys immensely. And thanks for tolerating me on the stage. So there we go.